So I ran downstairs because it was like midnight and I was getting stuff out of the laundry room to wear today. Dead silent. This kid, I turned around and Zach's standing in the doorway. And downstairs always freaks me out a little bit anyway, midnight. I screamed like a banshee, and so he jumped a mile, because, and then he went, and then he started freaking out, because you know how he is with noise. And I'm like, why were you here? Why were you standing there? Why did you come creeping down?
That's the part I heard.
Oh, no, seriously, I thought my heart was coming out of my throat. And so while he was traumatized, I was traumatized.
And I fell back to sleep.
And I screamed. I figured you'd come racing down.
How's it going?
Hi, good morning.
Todd and Erin Morning Stream, getbardaily.com.
Talking about my traumatic child.
Yeah. So,
what are you doing
today,
now?
what do you mean, what am I doing?
You are so childish.
All right.
Okay, are you going to wear your little hat too? Because I feel like an idiot wearing mine alone.
No.
I'm taking mine off too then, that's fine. Whatever.
Today we're going to be talking about what? What are we going to be talking about?
Well, New Year's Eve. Because
start with New Year's Eve, because that's what we're ready for.
There's so many different ideas, and I'm really excited. I was
and
trying
that's
to
why
look
I'm not wearing it.
Down the Wasatch Front and see if I could find stuff that was in like every county. And there's some really exciting things. I mean, starting up, for instance, you look very nice with that on.
Oh, wait.
All right, if you're starting up, let's say you're starting up north of Weber and Davis County, Bryan Head's got this fantastic thing. They're doing the Torchlight Parade.
Oh,
they have free fireworks and music, and they've got a band and everything. So if you want to spend it out in the middle of like the frosty, cool wilderness, Bryan Head's going to be awesome. They also have, I had no idea this was a thing, but in Ogden, apparently it is a tradition to have a bull riding competition on New Year's Eve. The Bull Wars.
So what you're saying is, it's a tried and true tradition to have your groin injured on this beautiful day of the new year.
Apparently it's a thing. They also have one that I thought was kind of cool, the Great Gatsby Ball.
What's that?
And you dress up like the Great Gatsby, and everyone kind of looks rather stylish, and they're having it at the Bigelow Hotel. And so everyone just looks, you get to dress up and be awesome.
Okay.
You get to have a fake cigarette and a long cigarette holder and look languid.
Ew.
I just thought it was kind of cool.
Drink probation whiskey.
All right, moving down to Salt Lake City. Okay, so the Big Eve celebration is not happening this year, and so they were looking for a few more broken up things, which I kind of like. One is the Last Hurrah. This is going to be down at the Gateway. Free. They have all kinds of different bands. They have tons of food trucks, entertainment. They got a gaming room for the kids.
It's outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be amazing. Well, it's not going to rain or snow, so we'll be okay
it's
there.
It's going to be cold.
Well, yeah, you wear a coat.
Snuggle up.
Whatever. Leonardo, I really like this one. They've got the Last Chance Bash. It's basically the last chance of 2017 to have fun.
Oh, whoa.
And they always do something really creative, and they have a chef on site at the Leonardo. Who knew? So they do custom cocktails and all kinds of really cool hors d'oeuvres. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Up in Park City, they're doing a huge parade, and they have fireworks.
Oh, there's something about fireworks against snow.
Tons of music. I know, isn't it gorgeous?
That are amazing.
It was fun. We used to have a cabin up near Park City. There was one of the guys who owns Loftus Fireworks actually had a cabin just over from us on the next hill.
And he'd go kaboom.
And every year it was like half the snow came down off the mountain because everything went off. It was so much fun.
When we say we had a cabin near Park City,
it wasn't one of those kinds.
It didn't have any water at first or electricity, and it had bats.
Well, but the bats were for ambiance.
And they were free.
See, it was a little something extra. Going down to Utah County, they've got some really fun things going too. They have the biggest party in Utah County going on at the Utah Valley University. At Thanksgiving Point, they've got this huge thing for kids, all kinds of different lights and exploration and toys and wildness. And it's a really good kids thing. So I don't know, I kind of like it. There's a little bit up and down all along the Wasatch Front for everybody.
You know what? And the only challenge left for New Year's is to...
And by the way, we will have this up on Gephardt Daily today, at gephartdaily.com, and also on our Facebook page on Todd and Erin if you want to go look through the list and see if there's something you want.
Now your biggest challenge is to go out and find a loser to babysit for you.
That is always the challenge.
You have babysat when you were
when I was a
youngin'.
teenager, I made bank because they would like score you like in November. I mean, because they wanted to make sure they were covered.
It was like price gouging.
Oh yeah.
Because all the babysitters get together and say, okay, and no one's going under $20 an hour. All right, we're all price fixing.
Are you kidding? I got excited if I got $1 an hour.
Is that what you got?
Well, when I started, by the time I was old enough to do like
You
overnight or late night,
must have been horrible at it. Did kids get injured while you were watching them?
Are you forgetting how cheap everyone is here?
That's true.
And everyone had 20 children.
And a lot of times...
If you had to pay per head, I would have gotten $20.
And you know what the cheapies do? They gather all the kids in one house. All the neighborhood kids so their friends can go out and stuff.
I've been suckered into that one before.
It is just horrible.
20 kids on New Year's Eve.
We've set our clocks ahead, which is good.
Why would you set your clocks?
So the kids think it's over. Duh. You know, they have 10 o'clock ball drop on TV.
You've never fooled Zoe with that trick.
No,
you know that, right?
No, but I turn the other way because I'm usually asleep before midnight.
Yeah.
Because I get up.
Are we doing the Japanese lanterns again this year?
Do we have any?
Yeah. We do the Japanese fire lanterns. It's our family tradition where on one side you write everything you want to let go from 2017, and on the other side you write your wishes and your hopes and your dreams for 2018. So it goes up into the sky,
so
and all the bad things are burnt away.
You light a little fuel thing, and it fills it up with hot air.
It's magical.
And you let it go, and it just kind of sails away.
And it goes up into the heavens and sends your wishes up to the stars. It's beautiful.
And then falls when it's out and goes into someone's backyard, and they don't know what it is, and they think it's UFO.
Why is it a bunch of round wires in my back? Because everything just sets fire.
No, it doesn't burn. It goes out, then it lands. Doctor Who. Now we got a new Doctor Who. It's a female.
She's adorable. That happened on Sunday's show.
She looks awesome.
Well, it's really sweet. Brian McGilloway is actually an author in London.
Yes.
And I actually had to get his permission, so we had a little chat. He's the nicest man, but he was talking about the fact that his 9-year-old loves Doctor Who. And Peter Capaldi, who is the actor who has now left, Capaldi, was his favorite.
Right.
And so they had lots of talk about the regeneration and this is how they pass over to the next Doctor.
They just go over.
And so his son was really worried about Doctor Who's regeneration and that it was going to hurt him and it was going to be really awful and it was like stressing this kid out.
Yeah.
And so Brian had mentioned it. He'd put it up in a few of his tweets, and I guess that Peter Capaldi follows him.
Peter is who?
He is the Doctor Who that just
left.
Regenerated to give us our new blonde female Doctor Who.
All right.
So in any case, I guess that Peter saw this, and he wrote to David, his 9-year-old, the boy's 9-year-old son, and he said, "Dear David, I hope you're having a very Merry Christmas. Christmas is always good fun. Well, not always, not every single second. Regenerating is not completely good fun, and it usually happens around Christmas time."
He wrote in character.
It's so darn. He says, but you know what? Even though it can be a little bit icky, like a really bad flu, it was always, always, always turning out for good for the new Doctor Who. And the new Doctor always becomes your favorite, and the one that goes, well, he never really goes. He's always there, just somewhere in time and space. And why am I getting emotional at this? I'm such a loser. And he says, and if you think about him hard enough, you will see him, and he will see you. I suck. I'm tearing up for Doctor Who.
There's a lot of parallels for people.
It's like the Doctor says, everything ends, and it's always sad, but everything begins again, and that's always happy. So be happy. So have a brilliant Christmas, a happy New Year, and a wonderful life. I just know you will. All the best, Peter Capaldi, Doctor Who. And then gave him like an autographed picture and even drew him this. Can you guys show the picture of the tweet? Even drew him a little envelope with stars on it and everything. So
did he tweet this or did he mail this?
He wrote this and mailed it like a proper letter. And this is the tweet from Brian, from the author of the beautiful letter and the picture and everything that was sent to his son. And so, I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Someone would take the time.
Isn't that beautiful?
To do that. That is amazing.
And Peter Capaldi's a rather big star. I'm sure he gets a lot of letters, especially because he's a cult favorite. So in any case, I was talking to the author, and he just said that his son David was my favorite British phrase, gobsmacked.
Gobsmacked.
But he was so happy. He goes, well, now that I know how regeneration is done, he goes, I'm okay with it. And you're right, though, the peril of life and death. I guess that's why I was getting verklempt. But I was like, that is so beautiful and so eloquent. And really, because it's okay.
Speaking of gobsmacked, it's time for information.
We must, because we're going to Daisy, our oh-so-elegant British newscaster, and she is in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She is brought to you by UtahCreditApproval.com. You deserve a good, reliable automobile and a chance to get your credit back on track. So give them a call, 801-921-9819. And by Always Black Friday, my new favorite store in Ogden, 30 to 70% off every day, and epic stuff like Beats by Dre headphones and drones and all kinds of amazing things. That's where I got Todd's present. And All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, where John has a winter special where they can check out your furnace and make sure everything's operating at peak efficiency to save you energy dollars at allutahplumbing.com. Daisy, my dear, what's going on today?
Good morning, everyone. Here's what's making news Friday, December 29th on GephartDaily.com. Police have one juvenile suspect in custody and another is outstanding after the pair crashed two cars into the garage of a Midvale home Wednesday night. The two juveniles were driving north on Monroe Street in separate cars when both veered off the road and hit the garage of a residence in the area of 140 West Columbia Drive at approximately 10:50 p.m. Both cars were totaled, according to reports from the scene, and as well as damaging the garage to the point that it is unsafe to enter, two cars that were inside the garage were also damaged. Police said that speed was a factor in the crash, but have not confirmed witness reports from the scene that the vehicles appeared to be racing. Reno Mahi will not be returning to BYU's football coaching staff, it's been announced. Mahi joined the Cougars as running backs coach in 2016 after spending 5 seasons in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles. He also played for BYU. Mahi released a statement saying he is excited for the next chapter and thanking BYU and Cougar Nation for their support during his time with the team, and also for the support after the loss of his 3-year-old daughter Elsie, who died in November 2016 after becoming entangled in a mini-blind cord. The Orem Police Department is offering its services for those needing a sober driver this weekend. A posting on the Orem Police Department's Facebook page says, "So this year we will be your DD, designated drivers. So if you're leaving Orem or coming to Orem this Saturday and Sunday night, we will bring our paddy wagon to pick you and your intoxicated friends up and take you to your destination. There will be a few rules, i.e. leave your weed at home, keep it within a 15-mile radius, submit to a late-night intoxicated selfie with our officers. The service will be available both nights from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Time now for your Wasatch Front forecast, brought to you by our most excellent sponsor at Brio Technologies, Utah's top audiovisual specialists. It's going to be surprisingly mild this weekend, so if you have outdoor plans for New Year's Eve, you're in luck. Friday and Saturday will be in the mid-40s and Sunday in the low 40s. Lows will be in the mid to upper 20s, and there's just about no chance of snow at all. That's it for now. For more news and weather 24/7, go to GephartDaily.com. And for now, Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. I got to tell you about All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. What do they do? Well, I just said it. If you weren't paying attention, what's up with you? All right, so John and his gang, they travel all over the Wasatch Front, and they're setting people up right now. Matter of fact, right now, heating. Think about it, heating. He was here the other day, and he was talking about making sure that you clean. Every 30 days, you change your filter, especially with the weather, what it's been like with the inversion. He's also going to deal with an air scrubber that you put right in line with your system, and it's incredible. Okay, here's the deal. Or I had to write this down. Okay, here's the deal. You're upgrading your furnace and your AC because they work together like this. You're going to save $2,000 when you buy the package. You get a free air scrubber that takes out the particulates, mold, all these different things, and basically you get that for free, which means you're going to save $3,200. $3,200, and means that the price of your furnace is basically free. And that's the deal he's got going on right now. If you want more information, all you have to do is go to allutahplumbing.com and talk to John or any of the guys, and they are going to help you out. All right, so.
Moving on to Tell Me Something Good. This is brought
do.
to you by Always Black Friday. We were just telling you about their magnificence, basically. It is 30 to 70% off every day. Brand new store up in Ogden, and this is the perfect time to go check them out. Really crazy high-end stuff like Hunter's boots, which are usually $300, and you can get them for $100. They have drones that are usually, $150 that you can get for like $70. Just really amazing stuff. So it's definitely worth going to take a look. So here is the story.
Tell me something good.
It's a photo of a paramedic and his patient, and it's being hailed as a beautiful example of medical staff that are showing care and compassion to those in need. And if you guys want to put this up, Graham Cooper is from the Queensland Ambulance Service, and he was taking a patient to the hospital last month.
Are you kidding me?
And the woman is dying. She's going to final care, basically. And he's driving, and she says, Graham, could I ask something? And he goes, what? She goes, I want to see the ocean one last time.
Oh.
Now, this is about an hour and a half out of their way. So they checked with the hospital. The hospital said, yes, she's stabilized.
Right.
So they took a detour through Harvey Bay in Queensland.
Just him.
Well, also his partner.
Oh, taking the picture.
Daniel
Right,
Kelly.
Right. Okay, I'm sorry.
So they carefully picked up the stretcher, and if you take a look at this picture, they're crawling over some pretty rocky shores and stuff. And with a patient, I'm sure there's not a level of stress. They found a stable place
in the shade.
Yeah, and they put her down and brought the stretcher up so that she could see and kind of propped her carefully. And he stood there with his hand on her while Danielle took the picture. And they said tears were shed, but the patient was very happy. And they offered a second field trip to the beach so she could relive the moment, and she couldn't do it by then. She was too far gone. So they brought her a bag of salt waters and put some salt in the sand so she could dip her fingers, and that's how she passed away.
Oh.
She passed away with the bag of the ocean on her lap.
So our job today is make you cry.
Apparently so. I'm sorry. But tell me that's not the most amazing thing. 3 hours, off duty, out of their time, out of their way to go to the beach to take her there.
By the way, this doesn't work.
You try. You pretend it's going
to.
to.
Evaporate anything. Winner for Christopher's. Let's do this quick.
We better do that quickly before we weep brokenly again.
Good grief.
Okay, first of all, congratulations to Doug Rice. Doug, my dear, congratulations. You will be taking 3 of your favorite people to Christopher's and enjoying a rather magnificent steak, because if anyone deserves it, it would be you. Doug, by the way, is a former firefighter.
Yes, he is.
That's another one of our
hero.
heroes.
Guy runs into fires to save people.
Craziness. So congratulations. Now, if you would like to be winning for next Friday, all you have to do is just drop a comment at the show today. Terribly easy because we're not that bright. So Gephardt Daily, Gephardt Approved Facebook pages, drop a comment, or if you're on the Todd and Erin page having a nice conversation with all the other people, please do drop a comment, and you are also qualified. Just that simple. So
all right, very good. We are going to jump ahead.
Okay.
We're going to jump ahead. Can we jump ahead?
Well, we've got a break now.
We'll do the break, and then we're jumping ahead.
Okay.
Skittles. What's up with Skittles? Huh? Tell you next.
The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is brought to you by UtahCreditApproval.com. Bad things happen to good people, but you can get your credit back on track and get a reliable automobile by giving them a call. 801-404-7201. And also by Columbus Travel with spectacular deals on cruises and all-inclusive vacations. Go to ColumbusVacations.com. And All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, where they have a winter special that they can check out your furnace and make sure that it's operating efficiently, saving you hundreds of dollars in energy bills. Just go to AllUtahPlumbing.com. Did you know that you can catch the Todd and Erin Morning Stream on Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com any time of the day or night?
At Always Black Friday, we love a good deal. We buy new and used products at a discount so we can pass on the savings to you. And we're Gephardt approved. From electronics to clothing to appliances. If you want it, we have it at discount prices. Visit our eBay store or come to our warehouse at 865 West 12th Street in Ogden. Always Black Friday, where you can find Black Friday deals all year round.
Happy Black Friday!
Really takes more effort than that. Try it. Nice.
Oh my God.
Right?
That's the
It's just the saddest thing, isn't it? Daisy is with us because I have discovered something. I discovered something about the candy industry, and I don't think you guys know it.
I'm not sure I do either.
Now, I should point out that this is going to be fairly tedious and take quite a bit of work, and I don't think there's a payoff at the end.
So far, this sounds super inspiring,
Kind of like
doesn't
life,
it?
right?
Yeah.
Oh, don't make me cry.
Basically futile. All right, so what I have done is I have separated the 4 colors into bags.
Okay.
I have never
I think
consumed the yellows.
there's another one. I think there's a dark purple. I would like each of you to pick 2 bags.
2 bags. Okay.
I'll let you pick first.
Okay.
Now, each one of you, I would like you to open one bag. Tedious, isn't it?
Okay.
Don't touch them, for goodness sake. I want you to smell the Skittles. Erin, what does yours smell like?
Skittles.
A flavor, perhaps?
It smells like a candy-ish item that I know is candy-ish. Mm-hmm. Now,
Daisy?
there might be a vague sense of
Lemon?
fruity, but not
No,
lemon.
I wouldn't say that I identify that smell with a red fruit of any kind. It smells like sugary goodness, but not really.
I didn't realize how
Slightly fruity.
terrible this was actually going to turn out.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Try the other one now.
so far this is
Amazing. I think this
inspiring.
will smell like orange. I'm almost sure.
You know what we should do though is actually have to close our eyes and then taste it, see if we can guess the flavor.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is even more like a sugar thing.
I will say that does smell a little orangey. Would
All
you
right.
like to have a
No
smell?
thanks.
Okay.
I would like you to take your little sanitary cups, scientific cups, and I'd like you to put
So
one of
scientific.
each into your cup.
The
Okay.
sanitary.
I did
cup.
mention kind of right? I
It's
did
not
mention
tedious,
kind of
it's-
tedious.
Yeah,
And
this is amazing.
it
It's
is.
very exciting.
And one of each.
Almost always candy is
All right.
exciting.
One of each.
Only Todd
Right.
could manage to make candy boring. That's impressive. Here, darling.
Oh, one of all 4?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
That changed one I thought, but
I
yeah, that we'll
see.
go with that.
Okay.
Because it makes it even more diluted.
Okay.
I'm getting those Maraca slippers back. 'Cause that horn's not cutting it.
Are
Okay.
we ready?
Yeah.
All right, I would like you to close your eyes.
Okay.
I would like you to fish one of the Skittles out and hold it up. All right? All right. I would like you to go ahead and eat the Skittle. And I would like you to tell me what flavor that is.
I think this is a red one.
And
I'm going to say mine's yellow,
yellow.
possibly orange.
All right, I would like you to take one more. This is even more drawn out than I was expecting.
Are you going to tell us we're right, though?
Take one more.
Aren't you going to tell us we were right?
No, this is my science thing. No.
Well, how are we going to know if we're right?
Did you eat the second one?
No.
All right,
There's the
second one,
color.
go.
Okay. Oh, I like that one.
This is orange.
Different, huh?
I think mine's orange too.
Right.
This is
But
orange.
did I say the last one was orange too?
Yeah, something like that.
So I'm going to say yellow.
Much
then
different, though.
I'm
No,
gonna
you
say
said
Much
last
yellow.
one was
different.
yellow.
Yeah, so I'm going to say yellow. This
if I
one's
was,
orange.
if this was a scientific experiment, I would have written that down.
This is orange.
But you could rewind.
I think this one's orange too.
Okay, so they do
What an
taste different.
incredible coincidence.
They do taste different.
We do think alike, Daisy.
All right, open your eyes. Now here's the deal.
That's
Oh.
all?
I have an orange one left in my cup.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wrong about the
The
yellow.
point
and the
was
red.
made is when you said this one tastes like orange and you said this one tastes like orange. Now what they haven't told you at the
Oh my God, is this the crazy reveal?
Skittles plant is they in the tree, the hollow, those are Keebler elves, sorry. They discovered that it is cheaper to make them smell different than taste different.
What?
Really?
Gummy bears are the same thing. They all taste the same.
I'm not going to lie. The smell was much less inspiring than the taste, I thought.
So yellow smell is cheaper than yellow smell, yellow tasting, the artificial tasting. So all they've done is they've given you the yellow smell.
I have a question, sir.
Yes.
When you eat Skittles and
Mm-hmm.
gummy bears, I don't know about you, but I don't really kind of do that. I mean, I just go like this. I don't kind of go,
don't
oh,
select
I
them?
don't pick one and then go, that smells good. Do you know what I mean? I mean, maybe the
Well,
smell
smelling
wafts up
as you
to your
reach
nose.
it to your lips.
Yeah.
It must come up and tell you something.
Do you feel cheated now?
I always feel cheated by almost every product I try. So, yes, that's a given.
Once again, I'd like to say that I have delivered on my promise of this just really not going
Well, no,
anywhere.
that's actually really interesting, though, about the smell. So basically,
is
they're tricking us.
interesting.
Like, you people will never know the difference, so we're just going to make it smell fruity.
Do you
I mean,
think-
that's treacherous in a
Could
way.
this become a more widespread phenomenon?
It does incorporates, has entangled the gummy bear products.
I do appreciate that you are approaching this with the seriousness the
News.
scientific
Can you
issue
see?
deserves.
Because I'm doing this.
Yes.
But actually, it's a trick because
She's covering a
I
pimple.
told Todd I have a rather large zit on my chin, and he said, "Okay, what you can
That's
do
why I
is-"
use my hair to hide most of my face. It's right
So
where
I'm
you
thinking really
Yeah.
hard.
I used to do that and hide them in high school, but I had to do this.
I'm thinking
All right,
really
would
hard.
you like to go to the dance with me? Because that'd be awesome.
Okay, then.
Well, there you go. All right, would you like to take a bag of Skittles with you?
I would like to take my scientific little cup with
Okay.
2 Skittles. So, so we were completely wrong,
Oh,
right?
yeah, you were all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Well,
it doesn't taste like
was the
orange.
but no, was the last one orange? When
No,
you both
well,
said it was
I-
orange?
I
no,
still have
'cause-
orange
was
in there.
mine orange?
No, but the fact you picked a flavor.
You know, we still want to know if we were right.
Rewind the show, see if they were right, and then send them a message on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm done here.
You are so lazy.
No, I'm done.
Okay.
I think this is the best segment we've ever done.
I know, right? Thanks, Daisy.
You're welcome.
We actually got to see her wisdom.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll see.
Okay.
Thank you.
Love you, Daisy. Thank you.
Gummy bears down
Oh,
there too.
that's for another experiment.
That's for next week.
Oh, you don't see this often.
What? Witches?
Okay, no, get away from my phone. Okay. All right, so a lot of people say, hey, Todd and Erin, how's your celebrity lifestyle going? And I'm going to tell you it's fine. Here's some news for you and everyone out.
Okay.
Zoe fed the dog something off the table. Dog doesn't deal well with that, so the dog has thrown up, which made Zoe throw up in Zaki's lap, and he is now heaved on the coffee table. You should go. You should go.
A chain reaction puking. No, baby. I
You
think
should
this
go
is you. No.
and take care of that.
We have a deal that you clean up all the dog puke. So
It's just dog puke, but there's human puke everywhere right now.
I think the important thing, though, is you have to start with the dog and thus work your way up. So I love you. I'll see you at home, and I'll just finish the show alone. Bye. Go.
I gotta take my computer.
I'll bring it.
Oh wait, that's the show.
Leave it. I'll bring it.
You're gonna need that. All right. Adios, muchachos.
Yeah. All right, moving on. 11 must-visit places in Utah that are not national parks. Now, this will surprise you because traditionally when people come here, they come here for two things. They either come here for Temple Square and that kind of stuff, or they come here for outdoorsy stuff. So we get the athletic sorts. But they say that they're going to all the national parks, but they're not going anywhere interesting. And then we have a bunch of other things. For instance, the Great Salt Lake. You've got the brine shrimp and the black flies. Coral pink sand dunes. That actually is beautiful. It's near Kanab. Shifting sands that change color during the time of day. Undulating dunes, they say, that play with light and shadow. That is gorgeous. Little Hollywood. This is interesting, but this is true. You know how they've always used Utah as a backdrop for a lot of different films? They have Little Hollywood, and it's the nickname for Kanab because it's a ranch town that is easily transformed for the big screen for science fiction or westerns or blah, blah, blah. As a matter of fact, they shoot Westworld there right now for HBO. Calf Creek Falls. Oh, this is cool. We don't have that many waterfalls, and this one is amazing. It's right next to one of the most scenic highways, and it winds through the sandstone down through Escalante's Canyon country. This is one of my favorite, and if you've never seen this, cut out your visit to Zion and go here first. Peekaboo and Spooky Slot Canyons. Do we have the picture here, guys? Because it's heart-stoppingly beautiful. Now, the canyons are narrow, and they're extremely tight, and there's certain spots where you have to figure out if you can wedge through or not. But they're absolutely beautiful. Only a 3-mile round-trip hike from Hole in the Rock Road, and it is the most mesmerizing thing you've ever seen. Dinosaur National Monument, fossils, you can never have enough of those. Monument Valley, that's there inside the Navajo Nation, and it's one of the most, they say, one of the most scenic views that you can find in the state. Gooseneck State Park. This one's pretty cool. The San Juan River begins as a snowmelt in the mountains of Colorado and then flows down through the canyon country in southern Utah, and that's how they've created that. And my personal favorite, which is Newspaper Rock. This is amazing. If you've never seen this display of petroglyphs, this is like one of the biggest things in the, I think one of the biggest archaeological finds in the country. I think you guys have the picture there. And it begins with Anasazi drawings from thousands of years ago and then moves up through some of the different cultural elements that have occupied the region, but all kinds of different Native American imagery and mythology and education and history. It's absolutely heart-stopping. All right, coming up next, now that my husband is home cleaning things up, we'll be telling you all about Hollywood. They've got the 10 worst films of the year that cost millions upon millions of dollars to make and just sucked. Tell you next. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is brought to you by Fink & McGregor, Mortgages Made Simple. If you go to fink-mcgregor.com, you'll find out that you can get a mortgage with a credit score as low as 600. Fink & McGregor, also by the Vein Clinic. If you go to theveinclinic.com, you can schedule an appointment and find out some amazing options for pain-free removal of varicose veins and spider veins. Your legs can look great again with the Vein Clinic. And also by Black Diamond Experts. They're experts in electric, plumbing, heating, and air. And they also have a brand new store up in Ogden now. If you'd like to reach them, you can go to blackdiamondexperts.com.
Did you know you can buy a house with a 600 credit score?
Really?
We have lenders, we have programs, Stuff that's come up in the last couple years, 600.
Wouldn't you have to have like 50% down or something though?
Nope, 3.5%.
Where would you start the process on this?
Well, Fink and McGregor has a website, 4minutemortgage.com. Just go there, fill it out, up and running.
How long until you get back to us?
1 business day. Whole thing takes about a month, start to finish.
Where do you get the down though if you're broke?
It can be a gift from family, relative, significant other, even your work.
Gift, huh?
Yeah.
You know what that makes me wish?
What?
Makes me wish I had friends with money.
And we're back. Okay, so Hollywood Connection brought to you by, isn't this cute? It's like Connect Heating and Air. Get the combination. It's Connect and, okay. The important thing is this.
Isn't that cute?
Residential and commercial, it's Connect Heating and Air, and they're bringing you to Hollywood Connection today. You know, I always love, and I know this is me, maybe it's Schadenfreude, but I always love the movies that flop horribly, where they just spent a boatload of money on them, and like maybe they're really pretentious or like, and they're well educated people understand this, and then they just
And they're
tank.
just terrible. And what I always wonder is like, does no one along the way is everyone just too scared to go, you know what, this movie is just such a pile of horse meat?
I know, and when it's like, don't throw good money after bad. Nobody ever seems to use that phrase in Hollywood. Like,
right.
You've already spent $20 million, so spending another 20 seems, I don't know. Yeah. This one's sad, though. LBJ, this was Woody Harrelson, and he got a lot of buzz for his portrayal of Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah.
Kind of okay reviews, but it cost $20 million to make.
Oh.
Probably most of it went to Woody, and it managed to make $2.4 million. So basically, they lost almost $18 million.
When did that even come out?
I don't
though?
remember. Do you even
No,
remember
I
it?
don't. I don't remember talking about it.
And this was another one that I'm kind of surprised about. Detroit. This is from Catherine Bigelow,
I saw that.
Academy Award winning. What did you think about it? Really?
No, I think it was supposed to be kind of tense and intense, and it didn't take off for me.
It was meh.
It was just a bunch of people trapped inside a house during the Detroit riots in like '77, I think. And
Maybe a broader canvas to paint on with. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bummer, though. That was $34 million. It managed to make worldwide $16 million. So that was $17.5 million lost. Suburbicon. Now, this came out at Thanksgiving. This one shocked me.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because this one, I mean, it's Matt Damon and Julianne Moore. It was directed by George Clooney.
And isn't it Coen Brothers?
Yeah, and it was the Coen Brothers who were the producers. The budget was $25 million, and it managed to make $5.5 million.
Oh, that wasn't probably even George Clooney's. Well, maybe Clooney got less for that, but Matt Damon, he must get what, like 10 million a film?
I think so, yeah, at least 10 to 15. But Matt Damon and George Clooney, how could you lose money with a movie with those two?
Right.
I mean, you would actually have to like make an extra effort.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was quite bad. That's funny. I actually wanted to see that at the time.
It's just, yeah.
I have a feeling that Coen Brothers' last movie, that Hail Caesar movie, flopped too, and I quite liked that one.
It's too bad because they're enormously funny. Then there was Monster Trucks, and I think this was a given.
Monster Truck? I can't even remember that.
Have a look at this. You'll see what I mean.
This thing is awesome and it's smart. It is an engine for my truck. Isn't that right, Creech?
You named him Creech? Think you can keep up with me? You got it!
Even my 6-year-old wouldn't see it.
That looks hideous.
Even my 6-year-old, Zoe, refused to see Monster Trucks. The production budget on this thing was $125 million.
Oh, no. And did it make like $50,000?
Oh, no, not even that. It made 33.3. 33.3. It actually lost $70 million.
When did that come out?
And that was around Thanksgiving. But I'm just waiting for I'm waiting for once again the pitch, the studio pitch. So there's this truck and it's really, and they're gonna get an alien. He's gonna go in the truck and he's gonna be funny, and then the guy will get the girl because he's in the truck. And
And no one says no.
And
what
someone,
a horrible idea.
And someone at Disney went, here's a $125 million check.
Go ahead. No, that looks just awful.
Right?
Oh
okay.
My gosh.
Now, this one made me really sad because I actually interviewed Charlie Hunnam at Comic-Con down in San Diego.
Oh, and I love him.
And he's such a sweetheart.
Is he?
And this was for King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
Oh, yeah.
And they were pushing really hard back then. And this is Guy Ritchie, Madonna's ex. He's the director.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they had a premonition or something because they were pushing it really hard at Comic-Con. But he was so sweet. And he's like, it's a beautiful period movie. And it's really intense. And he talked a lot about the mud because I guess Guy Ritchie's a big method guy, and so he basically coated everybody in mud, and I'm like, just be grateful it's not horse dung. And he spit out his drink, and I went, I made Charlie Hunnam spit out his drink. But it's true. If he's going for historical accuracy, it would have been horse dung. So
is he handsome in person?
My God, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, he's perfect. He's shorter than you think, but most actors are. But he's relentlessly beautiful.
I like him. I liked he was in Sons of Anarchy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That was
you know the nice thing I like about him, and I know this is like a stupid standard, but I always like it. He has a girlfriend. They're about to get married, and she's a designer, clothing designer, and she's really, really smart and really, really talented and pretty-ish. But she's not heart-stoppingly, evilly beautiful the way you would expect. You know how they all get the trophy girlfriend? She's just really nice. But yeah, this had Jude Law in it. It had Charlie Hunnam, and it tanked. It just totally tanked at the box office.
Oh, and look how...
Right?
Like heavy special effects.
$175 million for a production budget. The worldwide gross was $101. So they lost $74 million off this.
That's not good.
Proving
That's
that
not good.
No matter how cute you are, it's still not enough.
Well, and although he's super cute, he doesn't really have that like star power yet where you're like, let's go see a Charlie Hunnam movie.
Yeah, I'll totally, it's going to carry it,
Yeah.
Although I think Guillermo del Toro is doing Pacific Rim 2. The first one sort of flopped, which shocked me. But they're doing it too, so maybe this will be the big thing that knocks him out of the park.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. 2018.
So yeah, there you go.
Interesting. I also heard that downsizing was really bad.
Oh man, that tanked so badly.
Yeah.
Matt Damon, 2 esoteric movies, one right after the other.
Wasn't Matt Damon in a really bad movie last year too?
Probably so. And he's usually like the relentlessly good value in Hollywood. They said he was the best value actor for the price or whatever.
Yeah. It's gone a bit wrong.
Yeah, apparently so.
Oh, Matt.
I know, right?
What are you doing? Because he's watching, so I'm talking.
So it's important for him to we're here to solve your problem.
Yeah, come in and see us. We can chat.
That's pretty good. All right, you were coming up next, so you need to actually go slither into the Gephardt Daily Newsroom.
Slither into the Gephardt Daily Newsroom.
You are brought to us by Fink & McGregor Mortgages. Made simple, just go to fink-mcgregor.com, and they will spit out a whole pile of delightful mortgage options for you, and they can even call you back within the next business day. The Vein Clinic. Go to theveinclinic.com. Sign up for a consultation at their Riverton location. I just had my varicose veins done there, and it was the first time that it has been pain-free, and it actually worked perfectly with almost instant results. You're going to love these guys, theveinclinic.com. And also by Black Diamond Experts. They are your experts in electric, plumbing, heating, and air. Brand new place in Ogden, by the way. You can get there at blackdiamondexpert.com. Daisy, what's going on today?
Thanks, Erin. Here's what's making national and world news headlines Friday, December 29th on Gephardt Daily. The jackpots in the United States, 2 multi-state lottery games, Powerball and Mega Millions, are approaching a combined 700 million. Powerball said Thursday its jackpot has jumped to an estimated 384 million after there were no winning tickets Wednesday night. The next drawing is Saturday. Tickets for both games cost $2 to play, but you'll need a lot of luck to win them both. KTRK-TV reported the odds of winning both jackpots are 1 in 75 quadrillion. That's with 15 zeros. And as snow piles up across the northwest, satellite images are revealing that the record-setting winter storm left behind. The National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration posted a photo online showing snow covering Michigan and what forecasters call cloud streets over the Great Lakes. The snow blanketed several states, including New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Michigan. In Erie, the storm dumped nearly 5 feet of snow in just 2 days. And a woman was rear-ended at an intersection in China when she stopped for an unusual reason. She mistook an escaped circus monkey's butt for a red light. The woman was quoted by Soooo Daily as saying she glanced at the pole over the intersection in Zuni City and slammed on her brakes when she saw a flash of red that she mistook for a red stoplight. The abrupt stop led the woman's car to be rear-ended by the car behind her. The woman said she looked back at the pole after the crash and realized the red she had seen was actually the rear end of a golden monkey perched next to the light. And time again for your Wasatch Front forecast, brought to you by Always Black Friday in Ogden and Bria Technologies. It's going to be surprisingly mild this weekend, so if you have plans outdoors, you're in luck. Friday and Saturday will be in the mid-40s and Sunday in the low 40s. Lows will be in the mid to upper 20s, and there's just about 0 chance of snow. That's it for now. For more news from across the country and around the world, go to GephartDaily.com. Erin, back to you.
And we're back. It's the Todd and Erin morning stream. Just wanted to tell you about Black Diamond Experts because I was gloating over them a little while ago. I got another one of their horror stories, and I love hearing these, and I don't know why because I'm a sick human being, but they actually had to go flush out somebody's sewer line because it had gone into their basement, and this was the day after Christmas, and apparently they'd stored some of the Christmas presents down there. And the tech was telling me about it, and it's hysterical to me because, you know, it's not my basement. But he had to work so hard, and he stayed, and he helped them clean up, and he helped them with the Christmas presents. But this is what I mean. They're available 24/7. And when you need them, they come. No matter what day it is, no matter what holiday it is, they're there. And you can see their vans all over the valley for a very good reason because there's a lot of them and they're in demand. But all you have to do is go to blackdiamondexpert.com. It's electric, plumbing, heating, and air. It just couldn't be more simple. So once again, it's blackdiamondexpert.com. Okay, coming back, this is interesting. You have the story about New York Times Square, and I have to be honest, I'm not sure I could do a big gathering this year.
No.
Knowing everything we know now, you know?
I completely agree. It's looking like basically security is going to be incredibly tight, particularly if you're in a hub like Vegas, New York. You were telling me they were trying to learn from the mistakes from like Vegas, and so they have police like in all the hotels and things. Really interesting. Yeah, police in every hotel along 7th Avenue leading to 42nd Street in Manhattan. So basically the premise being that they can engage in a quick response if an incident occurs such as the one that happened in Vegas.
Wow.
I think that, security is going to be really tight, and also people maybe need to, if you are going to be in a place like New York, are going to be, because this is interesting. It says for the first time nearby garages are going to be closed.
Oh, interesting.
So parking might be a little bit different. You might want to go on public transport or whatever. Rental truck companies are going to be closely monitored because of the phenomenon of driving up onto the pavements. Mm-hmm. And then also those attending the event are not allowed to bring umbrellas, backpacks, or duffel bags.
Interesting, because you would think if you're hoofing it in from like Brooklyn or somewhere, you would need snacks and like maybe a coat, an extra coat or something. Or?
Yeah, I mean, I've never done the New York thing, but my impression is that people stand there for multiple hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So I obviously it's going to be pretty tight security, but I mean, I think you're the same as me that I have to admit that if I was in one of those places, we thought about going to Vegas for a minute, and I just don't know if it would be worth the stress, because you're there, you're out in the open. Yes, security is going to be really tight, and let's hope that is enough, to...
I appreciate the fact that they're doing this, even though I'm sure there's an extraordinary cost with the security element, but because if you don't, then it's one more thing that they've taken.
Yes.
And you have to, and I know it's the same thing in Britain and the same thing in Paris, where they're like, no, screw you, we're still going to do things because this is who we are. But I still wouldn't go, but I'm glad they're doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and how sad that this is the state of the world right now, that you've got to put police officers in every hotel to make sure no one shoots from a hotel window. I mean,
that's
goodness
inspiring.
Me, that's depressing.
I know, it makes our childhood seem so much more simple now, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think I'm going to be staying home on New Year.
Probably in the basement with a sheet over my head, but it'll be good.
And I mean, you were saying even in Salt Lake, that, there's, I mean, we're relatively safe here, but it does cross your mind when you're in a place where there's an awful lot of people and could be an obvious target,
And it does. It's something that never would have hit you before, because then it would have been the community sense of we're all celebrating together. And now it's like, do do you have? Okay. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, they should still do it.
Yes. Oh, definitely.
So I'm glad they are.
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty. This is pretty interesting to me. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. Now, you hear a lot of harsh words either direction, especially for Hillary Clinton, and she certainly didn't win the presidency, but they just barely did a Gallup poll, and Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton are the most admired people in the world to Americans in 2017. This is the entire world. They are the most admired. Now, this is interesting. Hillary Clinton has won this honor for the past 16 years, and President Obama has held it for the last 10.
Oh, interesting.
And this is after all of the god-awful things people have said, and they actually have a very close friendship. It's very funny. You see them, they'll like dance together at the fancy balls and giggle like kids, and they hang out a lot. But given all of the vitriol you hear about Hillary especially, that kind of shocked me.
Yeah.
But it was by a landslide. I mean, for 16 years.
There was so much vitriol against her during this campaign. I was surprised that she was just, she really was ripped apart, and that's
a lot to take just as a human being, having to know that people voted essentially because they disliked you, versus anything about your party platform or, I don't know. That was pretty brutal. But in any case, I'm glad at least that they had that. I get that feeling, so that at least they get to remember it. All right, coming up next, we're going to finish with something really stupid. It's stupid. It involves an Amish buggy, and it's stupid, but we still had to show you, so stay with us.
Yay.
The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is brought to you by Fink and McGregor. If you go to fink-mcgregor.com, there's a short 4-minute quiz, and at the end of it, you can find a whole array of mortgage options, and someone will call you back from Fink and McGregor within the next business day. Also by Utah Credit Approval. Go to utahcreditapproval.com because they know that bad things happen to good people, but that shouldn't stop you from repairing your credit and getting a reliable automobile at utahcreditapproval.com. And also all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. John has 24/7 service because he knows that emergencies can happen any time of the day or night. And right now they have a $69 special to check out all your heating systems to make sure they're working well. Just go to allutahplumbing.com.
Apply today and drive away.
All right, we're back. It's the Todd and Erin Morning Stream. My dear husband Todd has had to cut out early to go home to take care of a vomit-related issue. So that happens. So Daisy, thank heavens, was willing to come in. Now, we have to finish the show with something uplifting, something cerebral, because we're just about to go into New Year's Eve, and by the time we see our friends again, it's going to be January 1st. So do you have anything like uplifting and noble that we can end with today?
Yes, I have something deeply cerebral, and that is an Amish man skiing behind a horse-pulled buggy in Michigan in snow.
What?
Look at that.
He's skiing. I don't think that's got a driver.
The buggy?
Look,
Let's look
when
closely.
he goes past, take a look. I didn't see a driver while he's skiing.
There he goes. Okay.
Wait, look and see. Do you see?
Oh my God, it's a ghost buggy. Maybe the whole thing is not real.
That is the funniest freaking thing I think I have ever witnessed.
I mean, I suppose if you're Amish, you have to get your kicks while you can.
Precisely, right?
How you can.
But they're limited, so you got to enjoy what you can do.
He's not really going very fast, so
That's because the horse doesn't really have a driver, so he's probably just taking his time.
No, and I guess, are you allowed skis if you're Amish?
Maybe. It's not like he's using anything particularly modern to. So there you have.
Yeah, it was on Christmas Day, 5 Mile Road in Morley, and
that is freaking hysterical.
Yeah, amazing, quite fun, right?
So on this beautiful, enlightening moment, we'd like to wish you Happy New Year from
Happy New
Todd and me,
Year.
beloved Daisy, Richard and
Oh,
Mike,
let me get my little
Patrick,
tutor out. Do you want
all
a
of our
tutor?
favorites. Do we have an extra?
Yeah, here's an extra.
Oh, good. So.
That was horrible.
We'll see you next year.